Mortgage brokers are great. I love mortgage brokers on the back end. You don't have to go see them. You can email them stuff. You could text them stuff. They probably prefer that you don't come and see them, and you just do it all like virtually. And if you need a phone call, fine, take a phone call. But yeah, the branch is like, gotta come in and you gotta sign. And what time you open? Oh, we open at 9:30. What time you close? Oh, we close at 3:30. You're like, oh, okay, I'll try to get
open at 9:30. What time do you close? 10.
Yeah, you better be here. And there's a lineup. Well, here's a good transition. We got a text or a chat from Merge Mortgage Group in the chat. Hey fellas, I was chatting with a realtor out of Edmonton yesterday. He basically said sky was falling. I think our market in Lethbridge is still reasonably stable as per usual. What's your take on the market here versus others in Alberta? Let's take a deep dive. Let's do a market update. Good transition. Thanks.
That is very good. It's like that. Did we pay them?
Yeah, I planted him. That's probably Jared. Well, let's do our weekly update, and then we will, because I can. Let's do some comparing of other places. How about that?
Yeah.
44 new listings hit the market this week. 353,000. That's about right. Ooh, what was my prediction? I think this will be about the average price because there was a dip on the sales. So let's take a look at that. So 44 sold. Only 24 sold in the last week. Holy moly, that is low. The average 353. Yeah, I if you go back 1 week, that's exactly what I predicted the number would be, just because it was 310 in the next ladder. And then hopefully the next week will be higher than this, but it might not be. 97.3. So the negotiating is getting higher. I'm going to stop share for a second. I've been telling people this for a while. They're like, are the prices coming down? Are the prices coming down? Not quite, not the way you're thinking. List prices are staying about where they were, but people are negotiating.
Yeah.
You know, so 353, 2.5%, $9,000, right? Whatever that is, $8,000. Yeah. So the prices are coming down, that $8,000 to $10,000, but it's on negotiating. So you still have to go in there and hammer the sellers. Sellers are still in the mindset of, no, I want what I want. And you have to be like, well, you're not getting it. And the average days on market, if I go back to that screen, is 78 days now. That is creeping up back to 3-year-old numbers. Okay, so this has gone up.
That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, every week I tell people this is going up, this is going up, and this is coming down or going up, I guess. So that's where your prices are. The average list price was $363. The average sales price was $353, about $10,000. That's where you're going to get your negotiating power. Pending. So if logic follows, this should be a little bit higher. Oh, $349. So right in that same range is the average. $1 million place has an offer on it. That's pretty cool. And $120,000 place. Who listed for exactly $1 million? That's genius.
Who was that? Oh yeah, that was that one that house that sold a couple years ago. It sold quick.
Holy moly! 10 days.
Great.
Wow, good.
That's such a wicked house though. Like what? Like a nice bungalow like that, sprawling on the water, and it's like dead center in the cul-de-sac. It's perfect. Like when you turn that in, it's like right in front. Like man, that curb appeal for this place. It's fantastic.
Very nice. Good for them.
Anyway,
good for them. Joel, the line for the month was set at 136. I remembered this week, and you took the over. And as of the 27th today, there is exactly 100. I add that's 4 days. I add the pending, the over hits. So we have 4 days to hit the 137 number.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be close.
It'll be tight. It's a good line. I'm going to Vegas after this and just going to set lines for them. I think the best way to look at this is let's look at Lethbridge's number. So we look at Lethbridge for the year. So today, whatever, we just do December. 1,833 sales. Stats, tabular. 1,833 sales for 343 average. I'm going to write this down on a piece of paper because there's no way I'm going to remember all this. 1,833, 343, 29, and average days on market's 50. Okay, we'll go back a year because that's when sky is falling would kind of hit people in the face. Like, oh no, the sky is falling. Now I have to go back 21, and I got to go 10. And what day is today? 25, 27. Jeez, I'm crow. Their days are flying by. So 2023 sales at the same time this last year, but the average price
21.
What's that? Oh, I went way back. Sorry. Wait, yeah, 2021. Yeah.
I thought you said, sorry, it sold 2023. I thought you were like, what year are you thinking
sorry.
we are?
Sorry. I'm you confused me for a second too. I was like, oh yeah, I went back too many years. Okay, so I mean, I can just give you the numbers here. So we're exactly down, whatever that is, 200. Let's say 190. No, 210. No, 190. Geez, backwards math. So we're down essentially 10% in sales. Let's say that on the amount of sales. Our average price is up 15% from that time. So it was 343, and days on market is down 2 weeks compared to 2021. So Lethbridge is pretty steady Eddie, right? We can all agree on that. Let's do Calgary, and Calgary might be tough because it'll probably have more than 5,000 plus matches. What if we go detached? Oh man, it's never gonna work. Results, well, we'll just get what we get. They're gonna have lots of sales there. So no, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna have to do it. Oh, can I do stats for Calgary? Historic sales by year, customize. Hold on, I think I got this. Previous 5 years, Calgary. Oh man, this might work. Generate data. This is on the fly, by the way, so don't yell at me. So let's just look at their year over year. They're way up there, way up, evening out, even, dropping slightly. I think people are freaking out, and then they're not really realizing that the numbers are about the same, right? So Calgary looks like it's almost identical. Really, not much has changed. It actually was a better year to start. It was way more than 2021. Way more. Holy crap, that's almost double from that year. 1,200 more there, and then evens out for the rest of the year. So Calgary's way ahead of pace of where it was.
I think that's fairly consistent with the beginning of the year all throughout the province, though, right? Like, the first 6 months of, well, I shouldn't say that. The first 5 months of the year throughout the whole province was pretty busy for everybody.
Right.
I think. Yeah. I think where this mortgage broker might be hearing that the sky is falling from the larger cities like Edmonton and Calgary, it's just that they were as we're seeing,
so busy.
They were significantly busier compared to us. And when you're that much busier, you have a lot further of a way to fall to come down to normalcy. So it just may, from a personal level, feel like somebody pulled the emergency brake at 120.
Yeah.
But they probably just lightly tapped the brakes.
I think you're right, because I think a lot of people forget to do this. They forget to look at a month over month comparison year over year. So if you go 1,400, 1,900, 1,800, pretty close. 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,400, 1,200, 1,300, 1,200, 13, 13, 12, 11, 13, and we'll probably be at 12. So the actual numbers are fairly close. But yeah, when you compare it to March and April, oh my God, this guy is following. This is Edmonton, right? So we're down more than half. But you are normally here anyway. So that's what stop share. I've said this for like 12 years now. Don't ask a realtor how the market is, because they will instantly go, well, I sat on the couch yesterday and I ate a lot of Twinkies and no one called me. The market sucks. And you're like, oh yeah, that does suck. Or you talk to a guy that had 19 meetings yesterday and didn't see his children. Market's so busy. So you can't ask them because they individualize it. You need to do this, I think.
Yep.
Personally. Yep. The one thing I want to check for those ones, I think I have an idea on how to check it. I'll go back. So search residential. I just want to see what the sold, let's go June to now. And then we'll do it for last year to see what the averages are. So Calgary, my wife would hate it. Wow, man, too many sales. They sell too much. Let's go back. I don't know, July to now. It's 5,000 is just gonna, for crying in the mud. All right, we're gonna go back. Man, what are they whining about? They got like millions of sales. There we go.
They just need fewer realtors. That's the problem.
That's the problem. So let's see. Their average was 502 for this year. And let's go back to 21. And let's see here. 506. So, ooh, very nice. Very Halloween-y. So yeah, I don't know. The numbers not going to really change that much. They're the same. They're the same. I think what we looked at was that they are looking at that massive line when January, February, March was so amazing. And I think that's what's kicking their butts right now is they're going, oh man, like we were doing so darn well in these months. This line, like, yes, it's way down from here. And yes, it's way down from these ones, but on average, these were anomalies, right? Like this shouldn't be how it is. The problem with doing Edmonton is they've only started sharing their data with us recently. Calgary's a better one to look at. So I would say the sky is not falling, but it's not good. And poor mortgage brokers yesterday, they had to deal with another government rate hike that we'll talk about next week once I understand it better. But yeah, don't compare these. These are record-setting months. Don't compare them. Oh my gosh.
It also depends too on, well, that's April 2020.
April 2020, yeah. Calgary sure.
That's funny that March was still 1206. There was probably still a lot going in.
Yeah.
Like, well, we gotta figure this out. It's also, I guess, depending on, I guess, moreover, my hair. You're talking to the realtor who's busy or talking to the realtor who's not. It's also important to understand. You need to talk to a realtor who was around in 20 and doing decent business in 2017, 18, and 19 and early 2020 to get a decent representation of where we are today. Because, although we'll forget, obviously, we're all easily forgetful of how things were pre-pandemic, but I think we all have a decent idea of what the pace is like when things aren't artificially crazy. I shouldn't say artificial. That sounds like I'm thinking and saying things are made up, but I mean outside forces are changing things. Or change things for us. But I mean, so if you're asking a realtor up in Edmonton who just got their license in 2021, the sky's going to be falling.
I've had more meetings this last 3 weeks with realtors who started in the last 3 years, going like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I used to list houses they'd sell in a day. I was a hero. And now I have to do work. Oh, that's the worst.